This is the Video Game Votary. Show your support and hit subscribe right now. What's going on, Video Game Votary Vanguard? It's your boy, the Video Game Votary, here with another episode. So, just a couple days ago, spokesman for Sony released a statement on Twitter saying that on March the 18th, there was going to be a big, well, not a big, but a major announcement from Sony. It's going to be a presentation, obviously done digitally, in the wake of the current coronavirus pandemic. And I was one of the ones, along with the rest of the gaming world, was super excited about. So today was that day. It happened today at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So to find out my reaction, sit back, subscribe, catch the vibe, and find out what I thought about Sony's in-depth look at the PS5 specs. Next. Alright guys, we're back. So as you guys can see, the internet's buzzing about this Sony PlayStation presentation that was done on their blog site. Also was available on YouTube. I will link that video in the description below. And I was frozen in anticipation. I couldn't wait to get home and watch it. I watched it from my cell phone, and it was boring. It was freaking boring. If you're a tech head, if you're super techie, super nerdy, and it comes to all that, that was definitely a presentation for you. It was absolutely good information. It was just boring. That was like a college science professor going up there and talking, and you're a typical college student, probably not paying attention. Everything's going over your head. But there were a few things that I caught from it, and few important things that I caught from the presentation. Number one is saying that it was going to be about 10.3 teraflops. And from the information released from Microsoft on the Xbox Series X, that's supposed to have at least 12. So obviously the Xbox Series X is going to be stronger. But that's not to count Sony out, because in the past, Microsoft has always put out the stronger product, just not necessarily the better product. Number one reason being, I think, is because of the titles that they have exclusive to Sony versus Microsoft. But also, they also noted, they talked about backwards compatibility a little bit. From what I got, I don't know if that's the end all. This is it from the specs that they released today. It sounds like it is. They're saying that the PS5 is only going to be backwards compatible with the PS4 Pro and the PS4. Now, I got to be completely honest with you, that's a huge letdown. A huge letdown. It's a huge letdown for more than one reason, because it was built up that they were going to go backwards compatible. Granted, they never said how far back they were going to go, but they pushed out backwards compatibility. And to me, if you ask me personally, we're coming up on the next generation of consoles, backwards compatibility is not the generation before. I'm sorry, it's just not good enough. We all have PS4 for the most part. I almost don't know anybody who doesn't have one. Or if you're a Microsoft fan, you got the Xbox One. So my whole thing is, to me, that's not backwards compatible. And then with Microsoft putting out that they're going to be fully backwards compatible with all of their generations, I got to be completely honest, Microsoft got the leg up right now. They are light years ahead of Sony. They were fully prepared. Some content creators actually have the Xbox Series X in their possession. They did, they had time to test it out and stuff like that. And, I gotta be completely honest, all this time with us waiting, that presentation wasn't it. It's just not gonna do it for me. It should have been more exciting. We should have been able to get a look at the console. I think that's what people was looking for. Again, it's not that it was a bad presentation, but we've been waiting so long for this information, and just this coming up, and they're putting it out, and they built the hype around it. It just wasn't. I know, as a gaming fan in the gaming world and the community, that's not what we're looking for. I actually was texting a buddy during the presentation. He was just like, dude, this isn't it. I want to get a PlayStation. I want to get an Xbox. And he's a PlayStation fan. I'm a fan of everything, honestly, but I'm thinking PlayStation is going to be better. It normally is. And I'm still going to get both, but if it came down to the point where I had to choose, honestly, right now, from the looks of everything, I would go with the Xbox, hands down. That to a lot of people, backwards compatibility doesn't mean that much, but to me, as a video game collector, as well as other people who also collect and that's heavy in the video games, to be able to play go as far back as the original Xbox and be able to basically play that and have it upscaled with the original physical copies of the games, that says a lot. That's doing a lot. And on top of that, from the reports that's coming out, Sony was having issues with getting the parts and trying to decide on the price, and it sounded like it's going to go for at least $480 at the minimum for them to make any type of profit or even break even what it's going to take for them to create each PS5. So with that being said, Microsoft was already saying they're going to sell it for $400, and to be completely honest, I think Microsoft is going to cut Sony off. I think they're going to release it earlier than the holiday season of 2020 this year. But let me know down in the comment section, how important is it to you as a gaming fan of backwards compatibility, especially with this generation? To me, I think it's major key. It's major key when you're going head to head like Sony and Microsoft are. Microsoft released all that information. They gave you a glimpse of the new console. We know what it looks like. We know the name of it. We know the specs. They're just on the ball with everything. Now, granted, being that they kind of lost the war in the last generation where Sony clearly outsold them, and they probably started early, but to me, I'm sure Sony had a start on theirs too. Maybe they just put more focus on the Series X versus the PS5. I'm not really sure, but to me, some of the specs that they threw out there that's for on the PS5, like the load times, I'll be completely honest, I will take slower load times if you're going to give me full backwards compatibility. I will offset the two. I would absolutely rather have full backwards compatibility with the entire Sony PlayStation catalog versus faster load times. That's just my personal opinion. And you know, the presentator, he put out there, you know, he was talking about if it's expensive for them to put the type of technology into the PS5 for it to be able to play all of its catalog. But I'm sorry, it could be done, and I almost feel like, being that Microsoft said that it would be fully backwards compatible, to me, it was kind of all or nothing. You had to do it, and I feel like Sony dropped the ball. I don't know what they're going to do, but I feel like they dropped the ball, and it's very interesting. I'm super curious to see how this plays out when it comes to sales and when it comes to the holiday season when these consoles are released. How much of this is going to play a role in the actual sales performance of the PS5 with it moving forward. Now, there were some highlights as far as what they talked about. One with me that caught my attention was they're saying they give you the availability to upgrade the memory on the PS5. Now, that's definitely get some kudos and cool points on that. I gotta hand it to them for that. That was a good idea. But to me, outside of that, you know, I don't really care too much about the teraflops and stuff like that. But the main thing what people were looking for, people were trying to look for images of the new console. We were also looking for a price point. And on top of that, we were looking for whether or not it's going to be backwards compatible. I mean, it's a big deal. So let me know down in the comment section. Is it a buying point for backwards compatibility? How much does it mean to you as a gamer? And also, what did you think about the Sony PlayStation PS5 presentation? Should they come back to the board and do another one? Should they go back to the drawing board if it's not too late to add backwards compatibility? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button up there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the like button. Turn the notifications on so you don't miss another episode. This your boy, the Video Game Votary, signing off. Alright guys, so this is breaking news. I had to add it to this video right before I finished editing because it just came across my cell phone. So I'm getting the news straight from GameSpot.com that the Xbox Series X now has official release date. It's going to be Thursday, November 26, 2020, which is on Thanksgiving of this year, right at the start of the holiday shopping season. So save your dates. Exciting news. It's crazy that they dropped that bomb while PlayStation 5 or Sony was releasing information on the PlayStation. So again, let me know in the comment section what you think about that release date, and do you think Sony can keep up with where Microsoft has the Xbox Series X, and what do you think as far as will they make that date and where the price point is going to be at? Let me know. Signing off. Thank you for watching. Follow me on all social media platforms at Video Game Votary.